Summit Physical Therapy offers a wide range of services to help you with every ailment. We always provide one-on-one treatment with our patients with hands-on manual. Summit Physical Therapy, 72 South Washington Suite, 106, Oxford. After today's game, visit with the 24th Street Sports Tavern. The tavern supports the Wildcats, your team, your town, your tavern. The 24th Street Sports Tavern, Oxford.
Welcome in for an exciting contest tonight. Wow, has 2020 been crazy. Dave Siseski here with my partner, Teddy Reichwist. Teddy, so it's not the opponent we thought it would be, but Creuse North does take this game. They didn't have a lot of time to prepare, but it's going to be fun tonight, huh?
It is, Dave. After a spring and summer of uncertainty, Michigan High School Athletic Association and Oxford Wildcats football are back. The Zach Lyon era is going to get underway tonight, and as you were saying, up until yesterday, we thought this was going to be a rivalry game with the Lake Orion Dragons. Unfortunately, 2 positive COVID tests changed the plans, and credit to Athletic Director Jordan Ackerman for finding Creuse North out of the Macomb area conference to get this game in tonight.
Yeah, and Creuse North, how did they get here? Well, there was a couple opponents that they couldn't play as well. As we talked about in the pregame, Teddy, this is going to be something that we're going to have to adapt to. And you're gonna it's gonna be the norm because we don't know how or what's gonna happen with this virus. We got to be safe with these kids, but opponents can change, so it's not always gonna be who's on that schedule.
Absolutely. I mean, it was a different summer, an unusual summer to begin with, and then you add in the mere hours of prep time for this game. I don't think either team knows exactly what to expect going in, but we'll find out here shortly.
So it looks like Creuse North out there getting ready. It looks like they may have won the coin toss, so Oxford will be kicking off. As you said, you know these kids are going to be hyped today as they're kicking off that Zach Lyon era. The feel around this program is nothing but excitement. I don't know about you. I'm excited to be here, get some football going, because we didn't know that we'd be here a couple months ago, right?
Right. Yep. Exciting kickoff to Zach Lyon era, the 10th season of the Blue Turf here at Wildcat Stadium. About to get underway.
Kickoff, high kick in the air, bounces once, picked up. Creuse North takes it right up the middle, big hit, and that's the way you want to get this era started, with a big hit like that. Let's see if Oxford can get a good stand here on defense as they start this game out. And we do not know the depth chart right now. Things are going to change. We do know a couple skilled players that are going to be playing tonight. Brady Carpenter, it looks like he has won that QB battle. I don't know if they're going to sub in and out, but on defense, you're going to see some fresh faces out there. As we see it play out, we'll let you know.
And for the Crusaders, you have senior Timothy Burgess, number 12 at quarterback.
And when you play an opponent like this, you don't get a lot of time to prep. So for both teams, there's really no advantage, you know. Burgess in the shotgun. Receiver in motion. Burgess takes the snap, hands it off right up the middle to the right side, breaks free, gets some room there, so broke a couple tackles, is number 9. That's going to be David Gattini. So a gain of 4, and really it looked like he had nothing there, but making something out of nothing on a broken play. And not wasting any time is Creuse. Be 2nd and 6 right here. Receiver in motion again. Fake that handoff. And right up the middle, and they stuffed it out. Perfect play Right, that nose tackle right there, and that's how you have to play that run defense perfectly by Oxford there, Teddy.
Yeah, Oxford utilizes co-defensive coordinators. Matt Call is in his 7th season. Ryan Clark is in his 2nd stint back, but 1st season, and that's exactly what they want to see right there, putting the Crusaders in a 3rd and 7 as we tick under 11 minutes here.
3rd down here. Big play for Oxford. You want to start this game off with a stop. In the shotgun formation again. Receiver in motion to the right side. Passes over to that direction, and they pick up that 1st down. So got to watch that receiver in motion, and unfortunately was able to break free and pick that 1st down up. Now, you talked about co-defensive coordinators. I had a chance to speak with them, and just sometimes with 2 messages, it can kind of get a little bit confusing. But they said with 2 fresh minds like that, it's been great for this team, and they've really adjusted and adapted perfectly.
It has. Oxford utilized co-defensive coordinators last year, but 2 brand new ones, and that's what we want to see right there, tackle in the backfield.
I mean, that was perfectly played there. Low snap. Lance Creuse was just happy to get that ball back, but no gain on the play. Going to be 2nd and 10. If you're just joining us, it's not Lake Orion out there. It's Oxford versus Lance Creuse North. Lance Creuse in the shotgun. Pass right down the center there. Not sure who they were going to. A little bit of miscommunication. Looked like it was number 20 for Lance Creuse North, Tyler DeCunnick. Wow, say that 3 times fast.
This is the money down right here. 3rd down and 10. Or actually even more than that. It's going to be 3rd down and 13. This is what Oxford needs to do and need to be able to get off the field in these situations.
Yeah, good point there. You definitely want to get that offense out there. And here's the perfect chance. 3rd down and 10 in the shotgun. Receiver in motion. Takes the snap. Nice tackle right there. Right up the middle. Picking up about 6.
Yeah, it's going to set up about a 4th and 4 near midfield.
Looks like the punt team is going to come on here.
Yeah. Lance Creuse North head coach Pat Daly had a decision, but this early in the game looks like he's going to punt it away.
Back there, number 12 for Lake Orion, looks like John Asciuto. Good stance there by the Oxford defense. Takes the snap. Pretty high punt there, getting some room is Asciuto, and he dropped it, muffed it.
But he fell right back on it. Oxford will take over at their own 20-yard line here.
Not too sure if the sun was in his eye. Doesn't look like it there. However, he did muff that and was able to get possession back, and Oxford will take over on offense. And it looks like
it is Brady Carpenter.
It is Brady Carpenter out there. If you don't know Brady Carpenter, let me tell you, athletics run in the family. His brother played last season. They were kind of switching back and forth, Drew Carpenter, but sports are in his blood.
Exactly, yeah. Brady started 6 games at the position last year. As you said, Dave, splitting time with Drew Carpenter, who now plays for the Northwood Timberwolves. And Brady, football and baseball player.
And basketball.
Yeah. Junior, very talented young man.
Handoff right up the middle, getting a couple yards there, but just stuffing it is that defense of Lance Creuse North. Looks like that was to number 42, right up the middle. That's going to be Tate Meir. The Meir brothers, had a chance to speak with them on Behind the Fence, and that's a couple players right there. Tate and Ty Meir, their older brother played here a couple seasons ago, and they're just gamers. They just love to be out there, and big guys as well. So taking that first carry is one of those Meir brothers.
One of the neat things about Oxford and a lot of high school programs, you get a lot of brothers, a lot of legacy players.
Yep, that's it. That's it exactly. 2nd down and 5 looks like for Oxford here. Under center. Brady hands it off again to Meir. Couple tough yards there by Meir.
That'll be enough for a first down.
And it didn't look like it quite up here. He just was bursting through those tackles and puts his head down, and he's a load to bring down. We could say that much. Some tough yardage there.
Yeah, last thing you want as an offense, first drive of the season, is 3 and out, and that was a great job by Tate Meir right there. Pick up a first down, fresh set of downs, keep this drive alive. Hopefully the offense builds some confidence and keep it going.
It makes sense to start the season off with their first first down of the season under Zach Line running the ball, right?
It's fitting. Yeah, they're keeping Carpenter under center thus far.
Carpenter on first down. There's a handoff there. A little bit of trickery. A receiver in motion, but didn't get too many there. I believe he got back to the line of scrimmage. May have gotten one. But you wonder how much you're going to see of that playbook. As it goes on, they'll unfold more and more. They didn't have a ton of time to practice, and that goes into this. You know, that's part of preparing for this season. You got to hand it to the coaching staff to really just bring it all together, and we'll see if they open that playbook up more with the passing game as this game goes on.
Absolutely, Dave. Oxford, of course, under Bud Riley, a very run-heavy team, so the passing game's new for a lot of these guys, and I like that. Get the ball to your receivers, your playmakers in space, throw it to them, hand it to them, just give them opportunities.
Brady handing it off again to Mir. Mir up the gut, getting some tough yards there. So some old-fashioned football early on. And as you mentioned, under center for Brady Carpenter. You don't see that a lot in today's game, but like I said, it's that old ground and pound. It'll make that 3rd down and 6.
That was a hard-earned three yards for Mir right there. First 3rd down of the season for this Wildcat offense. We'll see if they can convert.
You'd think it would be a passing down here, but we'll see if they'll open it up a little bit more. Brady Carpenter under center, his first year full season starting on his own. Carpenter gives back in the pocket, looking to pass, looking for somebody. Nobody open, just throws it away. And sometimes it's the right play to live another down. They'll punt the ball. You don't want to turn it over this early on, Teddy.
Right, you don't want to turn it over ever, but especially in your own territory like that. That's a sign of Carpenter's maturity. He looked out, didn't really have anywhere to run, and threw it away. And early in the game, you can live with that. A punt's better than a turnover.
And I like the idea of rolling him out because he's definitely got wheels. As we know, he's an athlete. And later on, as you use that run game more, it'll open up the pass game as well.
Exactly.
Oxford with their first punt of the day. Kick is up high. Good punt. Takes a nice bounce there for Oxford. Great job. All the way back to the 20-yard line. That's perfect, and that's what you'd love to see from your special teams.
Yeah, great punt by Dylan Bauer right there. That'll make Dave Rayner, special teams coach, happy.
Another former pro and Michigan State Spartan as well.
Yeah, Michigan State Spartan.
Played for the Lions a little bit, too.
The Lions, Washington Redskins, played for a flurry of NFL teams. And, yeah, not many high school coaching staffs can say they have 2 former NFL players on it.
Yeah, this is definitely a great staff that they've put together here, and that's part of the excitement for the fans and for these kids.
It is. There's a newfound energy around the program.
In the shotgun again, Lance Creuse hands that ball off in the right side. Some tough yardage. Good tackle there. Looks like number 24 for Oxford on the tackle. That's Ty Mir, another Mir brother.
The Mir brothers showing up early here tonight.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to say Tate and Ty's name quite often during this game.
It's very early still, Dave, but this Wildcat defense looks good so far. Energized, swarming to the football, exactly what you want to see.
Yeah, they're making tackles, not missing tackles. That's what you like to see, especially early on in the season. 2nd down and 10 here. Calling some audibles out, looks like.
3 receivers to Burgess's left.
Yeah, look out for a pass here. Right over the middle, tip there. And almost picked off. Good position there, but really you got to come down with that if you're the receiver. Coming in a little hot there, but it's something to keep an eye on. 3 wide on that left side.
Yeah, he was looking for sophomore Lorenzo Alfred, and he hit him right in the hands, and when the football pops up in the air like that, it almost seems like it's in slow motion. It was an opportunity for the Wildcat defense right here. Another 3rd down. Let's get off the field, boys.
Burgess in the shotgun. Rolls back, looking to pass again. A little too high there, but perfectly played by the Wildcats, and just like that, they're going to have to punt the ball again. I mean, that's just great positioning. A couple misplays by Lance Creuse, but that was a quick 3 and out, and that's what you want to see from that defense early on in this game.
It is, and Joseph Longo, the Crusader sophomore, he's going to be punting this away from inside his own 10, about the 6-yard line. Should have very nice field position here.
take that snap. Low kick. This is going to be good. It takes a Lance Creuse bounce, however, but doesn't reach the 50. So as you mentioned, listen.
Starting this drive in plus territory.
Get away from that ball. You definitely want to touch that. But it's a game of chess in football, and time of possession, where you take the ball, it all matters. And getting a couple easy 3-and-outs, and 3-and-out there for the defense, get that offense going again. Brady Carpenter, let's see if they can get this offense rolling.
Yeah, 4:29 to play, first quarter still scoreless, and Zach Lyon's got to feel pretty good about these first 7.5 minutes. Big opportunity here.
Brady Carpenter in the Oxford Wildcats' second drive here. Looks like Carpenter's going to be in the shotgun. Yep, changing it up. Got to like that.
2 receivers to his left to the field.
Carpenter looking to pass right over the middle. Oh, and just a little bit late there. Looks like number 40 broke that up. That's number 40 is Matthew Paternoster. Wow, this isn't hockey, but those are some big last names on there. So that'll put it at 2nd and 10. Second and 10 for the Wildcat offense. Carpenter back under center. Mir behind him. Carpenter hands that off. Some hard run in there from Mir. Again, I tell you what, he is deceivingly quick, but also got some muscle under his run as well. Some strong yardage up there. It's like he almost picked up that first down.
Yeah, he does. He runs low to the ground, runs hard, and puts him in 3rd and manageable after the incompletion on first down. It'll be 3rd down and 3, ball right on the 40-yard line here.
Looks like we got a ton of people there watching on YouTube Live. We're here with OCTV with the coverage of the Oxford Wildcats and the Lance Creuse Crusaders. We're definitely happy to be here with you with a 3rd and 3 for the Wildcats. Brady Carpenter under center. And we're going to get a flag. We got some movement up front.
First penalty flag of the game.
And we do false start.
See, those are the things that'll drive a coach crazy. You can take it from a 3rd and 3 to a 3rd and 8 right there.
It's all about discipline right there. Obviously teachable moments, but yes, those will definitely, they'll kill a drive, Teddy.
They will. Takes it from a down where you had the Crusaders guessing could have been run or pass to a likely pass situation here.
Well, that's it, exactly. I mean, you take away play action away probably.
Exactly.
Works to your advantage. So 3rd down and 8. See if Brady Carpenter can get this offense moving downfield as they got some good field position off the 3-and-out. Carpenter under center again. Running back. Looks like fullback was in motion, but we got another flag here.
Delay a game.
And that's it.
So what was a 3rd and 3 in plus territory is now 3rd and 13 back at midfield.
And that's killer. That's killer. I know it's early on, no score, and you can definitely you can learn from these mistakes. And it's not necessarily a game killer, but it is a drive killer. And when you had momentum like that, you just don't want to see those mistakes.
And I'm curious to see here if Zach Lyon's looking at this as a two down territory here. Maybe pick up
Good point.
6, 7, or 8 yards here, and then go for it on 4th and manageable.
Carpenter in the shotgun. Another whistle. Is that a timeout? It is. Looks like a timeout. So the first timeout for Oxford there. Maybe Zach Lyon didn't like what he saw.
It'll be a 1-minute timeout.
So early on, Teddy, I got to say the defense definitely looks stout. We haven't seen a ton from that offense so far. I did say I do believe that playbook is going to open up as time goes on. But what do you like so far from the Wildcats?
Yeah, defensively, been very pleased across the board. And offensively, they were moving the football until these last 2 whistles here, which marched them back 10 yards. The timeout here by Zach Lyon, first time out of the half. And this, like I said before the timeout, could be where maybe they're drawing up 2 plays here. They're looking at this midfield opportunity to send a message early in the game. If we don't pick up the whole yardage on third down, go for it on fourth down.
No, that's really smart. I mean, when you're at midfield here, literally, I mean, not too many field goal kickers are going to be able to kick the ball 40, 50 yards, right? So you can go 4-down territory here, try to move this ball, pick up 5 or 6, just chip away, and they're definitely going to pass here, it looks, as Brady Carpenter is in the shotgun. So
empty backfield, 2 receivers to his right, 3 to the field on the left side, top of your screen.
Carpenter takes the snap, rolls out to his right, looking for somebody downfield, wide open. That's Amir brother, and he hits him, and that's a score. Touchdown, Wildcats.
50-yard touchdown pass. First completion of the season is a touchdown.
Well, we said we were going to say his name often, and Tate Mears scores the first touchdown under the Zach Line era. Beautiful play rolling out Brady Carpenter there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very well thrown football by Brady there. Tate Mears got behind the defense, and Brady didn't overthrow him, but didn't underthrow him either. It was right on the money, caught it inside the 5, waltzed in easily. Great throw, Brady Carpenter.
They'll go for the extra point here. Up 6-0 right now, the Wildcats. Kick is low, it's good.
7-0.
Well, he fooled us a bit. We thought he might try to pick up 5 or 6, and maybe that may have been the design, but we're getting behind the defense there. Perfect pass from Brady Carpenter.
It was the athleticism of Carpenter. Rolled out to his right and extended the play. Looked like Baker Mayfield there.
I literally was just going to say that last night, Baker Mayfield. Now, a lot of people might say, oh, not so much Baker Mayfield, but he looked like the real Baker Mayfield last night.
He did. He looked like Oklahoma Sooner Baker Mayfield.
Yep. Now, that's a great comparison right there, because when you have that speed, you have to respect that by the defense there, because you probably have some run plays designed for Carpenter, but
exactly,
just a cannon.
I was gonna say that, you know, we haven't seen it yet, but Carpenter is going to be a part of this run game, because if you give him a glimmer of daylight, he can pick up a first down. And the thing for Carpenter, though, is to, like you see with quarterbacks at the collegiate and professional level, is be smart about the hits you take.
That's it.
You got to get down and, you know, get out of bounds once you picked up the yardage, because you don't want your quarterback taking too many hits carrying the football.
That's a great point. So you want to make sure he's there starting the season as well as ending the season, because he's going to be a big piece. Oxford kicking this ball off, up 7-0. High kick, bounces once, and nowhere to go. Looks like he kind of gave himself up. That ball is free.
Ball's out.
That ball is free. Oxford's pointing, saying they got it. That would be a huge, huge change of events here.
Wildcats think they have it.
And they do.
They do.
Wow.
At the 30-yard line.
Teddy, could there be a better start for this team right now? I mean, this is exciting, and getting a huge, huge turnover there right off the kickoff. I don't know what happened.
For Oxford, that was number 22, Tommy Rainier, covering that fumble. Plays on special teams. It's a third of the game. Plays on special teams often end up deciding the winner and the loser. Huge play with 2:36 left in the first quarter.
Point. They don't often get the SportsCenter top 10 plays special teams, right? But they're just as important.
Chance to go up 2 scores early. They'll be taking over at the 30-yard line. Couldn't ask for better field position. Brady Carpenter was just on the field. We know he's in a rhythm. Maybe we'll see Zach Line have him throw it again here on first or second down.
Why not keep it going? 7-0. Oxford Wildcats over the Crusaders in great field position at the 30. Carpenter under center. Carpenter rolls out again. He's got some speed. He's got some wide open players there. And he hits him again. Oh, and he drops it. Is that a fumble? I don't know if he took a couple steps there. It looked like that may have been incomplete.
Right, I agree. It looked like an incomplete pass to me. But they're saying Oxford recovered. Oxford did recover.
It's number 81 that came out with the ball.
Lucas Lingott.
Now you have to make a move, right? That's the rule there. You have to make a move. Obviously, there's not instant replay here, so we're not going to get anybody under the hood, but that's a big call right there.
Right, like they say, you know, you have to make a move common to the game, a football move. It looked like an incomplete pass in real time, but it worked out. It'll be first and goal from the 5-yard line here as we tick under 2 minutes left in the opening quarter. 7-0 Wildcats over Lance Creuse North.
Hey, you need breaks to go your way too.
Thus far they have. Hopefully that's the theme all night.
Carpenter under center at the 5. Looking to go up by 2 scores. Receiver in motion. Carpenter pitches it back to Meir. Meir's going to walk in there. Up 2 scores. Touchdown, Oxford Wildcats. I mean, he had all day right there. Perfect play called up there. And we're up 2 scores right now for Oxford. Play's got to go your way, but you have to take advantage of those opportunities as well, and that's what Oxford has done, up 13-0, Teddy.
Tate Meir, a 50-yard touchdown catch, now a 5-yard run, doing it both ways. What a big first quarter. Extra
Snap
point,
high,
14-0.
Just like that, we're up 14-0. A heck of a start for the Oxford program. 1:38 left in the first quarter. You couldn't ask for a better start. You know Zach Klein's happy. I'd say there's probably a little bit of jitters there. I don't know if you caught the pitcher, but when the Saints opened the season, he was sitting on the couch watching the game with all of his pads on. Did you see that on social media? He literally was in from head to toe all of his Saints gear with Zach Klein. So, you know he loves the game.
Still mentally in the game, and it's rubbing off on this team so far. They've shown up ready to hit and taking advantage of the opportunities on offense.
That's it exactly here. And you know, and part of this, and Oxford always has a program that's well disciplined. Obviously, Bud Rowley for the last 40 years.
Yeah.
You know, Zach Klein had a lot of good things to say about Bud Rowley. He's a player who, you know, he wouldn't be the player that he was without Coach Bud Rowley as well. And,
absolutely.
And you've seen a disciplined team here. You know Zach Klein's going to pick that up where they left off. Up 2 scores, 1:38 left in this first quarter. A short kick up in the air, design kick, and fair catch right at the, looks like the 33-yard line. So Oxford will come back out there on defense. It seems like it was forever ago when they last were out there on the 3-and-out.
And that's an interesting tactic we've seen from Oxford, is these design short kicks meant to limit the returns. And thus far, it's worked out perfectly.
It's worked out great, right?
They had to fair catch that one and the 2 previous, 1 fumble and 1 very minimal return.
Burgess in the shotgun, 1 back. 2 receivers to the left. Hands it off. Great pursuit by Oxford to miss tackle. Good recovery right there. Big hit.
John Valvo.
John Valvo plays some receiver as well. Had a chance to speak with him as well this past week, and they're calling him Deion Sanders with the shirts that he was wearing. But he's a humble kid as well. Yeah,
John, he played both defensive back positions a season ago, cornerback and safety. Playing mostly cornerback this season, and when I asked him if he prefers one, he said he prefers cornerback, but gave the perfect answer. I'll play wherever the team needs me.
That's
great open field tackle right there.
You got to love that flag on the play. We're going to have a false start on the offense there. So you don't want to beat yourself. And so far, Lance Creuse has been doing that early on in this game.
They have turned it over on your own side of the field, and now a penalty to back yourselves up into 2nd and 15.
Take it all the way back to the 28-yard line here. On a 2nd and 15 play, Oxford defense has been stout early on. Burgess still in the shotgun. Burgess takes a snap. Pressure in there. Got nowhere to go, and they'll get that sack. That ball is loose.
Ball's out.
I think Oxford got on top of that.
Looks like they're rolling him down on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll take that sack, though.
Exactly.
Great play by Oxford. Really just nowhere to go with it. Burgess has not had a lot of time.
Yeah, that was Hunter Drake in on the tackle for loss there. 6-yard loss. 3rd and 21 for the Crusaders, back at their own 23.
Not where you want to be, because you don't want to turn the ball over here, so you wonder if they're going to play it safe. And that's going to be the end of 1. So, Teddy, the Zach Klein era is underway, 14-0. They're looking at a 3rd and 21 as Lance Creuse North. If you're Coach Zach Klein, you feel pretty good right now, huh?
Yeah, that was a great debut quarter right there. And this first play of the second quarter will be the 3rd and 21. Opportunity to get off the field, obviously. keep it going and get your offense back out there. And once again, assuming you can come up with a stop here on 3rd and 21, you should give your offense pretty favorable field position.
So if you're tuning in here, this is OCTV's coverage of the Oxford Wildcat football game. And there obviously isn't Lake Orion out there, as we had a couple COVID positive tests out there, and as well as Lance Creuse North. I don't remember who was that opponent. Was it Utica they were supposed to play, I believe? And unfortunately, COVID-19's played a role as well. So here we are today. So not exactly on the schedule, but this one does count. We're happy to have football. We're happy to be calling football here, Teddy. And I don't know about you, but I didn't know I was going to be here yesterday, and things changed for the better, huh?
And look, Oxford was supposed to open the season against Macomb Area Conference School anyway, the Romeo Bulldogs, and it wasn't the route we expected to take, but they ended up opening against a MAC school anyways, Lance Creuse North. So funny how things like that work out.
Yeah, and you mentioned Jordan Ackerman, the athletic director. He gets a lot of the credit for that too, because that's tough to make that happen, and they did, and here we are today. So 3rd down and 21. Second quarter just getting underway here. Burgess for Lance Creuse in the shotgun, 3 wide to the right. Burgess takes that snap, pressure in his face, wobbly ball, almost picked off. And a great play by Nathan Grodel there, and that'll put it at 4th down. So 4th down and 21, they definitely don't have a choice here. They're going to have to punt. Nathan Grodel with that breakup. So gotta love the position you're gonna get here as well. More good field position coming for Oxford.
Exactly. John Asciutto standing right at the midfield, or a little bit in front, about the 48, 49-yard line, and received this punt line drive.
Picked up. Oxford moving to the left side. Look at that, taking some blocks, going right up the middle, and fighting through a couple tackles.
Down inside the 25.
Great field position again. So up 2 scores, down at the 23 to be exact. And really, you feel really good about that Brady Carpenter offense right now for the Wildcats. They've been hitting on all cylinders. You just wonder what they're going to do next.
Yeah, and number 12, John Asciutto, with about a 30-yard return there. And as a punt returner, those are exactly the type of punts you want to receive. Line drive, don't let the coverage team get down there in your face. Don't have to worry about getting hit while receiving the punt, and keep your head up and make a play downfield. That's exactly what he did. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 25.
Great vision by him too, weaving in and out of traffic. Carpenter under center again. Carpenter hands that ball off right up the middle for gain of, looks like 5 or 6 there. Put it at 2nd down.
Yeah, that was
3. That's 7, believe it or not.
That was Sal Vaccaro. That was a good run there.
And it was quietly too. He just kept going. 7 yards on 1st down. That's exactly what you want. Definitely, it makes you unpredictable on offense.
It does, yeah. 2nd and short's offensive coordinator and head coach's favorite play. Just about anything in the playbook's an option.
Carpenter in the shotgun now. 3 receivers to the right side will hand that ball off. Look, making cuts there. And almost going to get in down to the 1-yard line.
Sal Vaccaro again.
Sal Vaccaro getting back-to-back handoffs and making the most of it. So you bring Meir out of the game.
And now Meir, number 42, is coming back in. It'll be first and goal from inside the 1-yard line. We could see Tate Meir's 3rd touchdown already.
And you got to give credit where credit's due as well to the guys up front. I mean, Carpenter's had a lot of time. The run game is hitting on all cylinders. This offense is really doing some good things early on.
Yeah, led by number 72, Drake Biggie, an All-OA Red selection a year ago.
Meir in the backfield. Carpenter under center. Carpenter hands that ball off. Meir in for another touchdown.
20-0.
20-0 Oxford Wildcats. Wow. I mean, that's all you can say. Everything going their way early on. So it doesn't matter who's in the backfield for Oxford. They've just been successful on any play, and it seems like everything is working. It's just all clicking right now. Looking to go up 21-0 here with this extra point.
Brennan Mielnicki for the extra point. Good.
There you go. Just like that, 21-0. So the opening contest, it's not Lake Orion Oxford, but it's L'Anse Creuse North and the Oxford Wildcats here. And Oxford coming out strong on both sides of the ball, defense, offense, turnovers, taking advantage of those, field position, special teams, we talked about that, and that run game, and the passing game. So everything clicking right now for Oxford.
Yeah, the first 13 and a half minutes of this game have gone about as well as Oxford could have hoped. And you look over at the L'Anse Creuse North sideline here, and, you know, it's a team that is kind of looking like wondering what just hit them. And this is where Oxford's got to keep the foot on the gas. Don't give them any hope to get back in this game. You've played great so far, but keep the pressure on.
Oxford getting ready to kick this ball off. High kick right down the center. L'Anse Creuse following his blockers up the middle. Great coverage by the special teams again, Teddy.
And that was the deepest kick we've seen this night from Oxford. Most of the kicks have been kept right around the 30-yard line. Kicked it deep that time, and coverage team got downfield. L'Anse Creuse North is going to be starting at their own 23-yard line here. Again, you know, Oxford keeping them deep in their own territory.
Anything you want to happen has gone their way so far. Just really playing great football all around here. See if they can keep that defensive effort going. Burgess in the shotgun. High snap, but that'll be whistled. Dead.
False start.
Another false start. That's what, 2-3 false starts early on for L'Anse Creuse.
Yeah, and Oxford just 2 penalties so far in this first half, and they came on back-to-back calls. They had a false start and a delay of game, but if they can keep it clean for the rest of the first half, going halftime with only 2 penalties, you'll take that as a coaching staff.
First and 15, handoff to the right side. But look, 2 guys right there to make that tackle. That's number 34, Marco Vaccaro, making the tackle. There's just no room. Sideline to sideline there. It's been up the middle. There's nothing going right now for the offense for L'Anse Creuse North. In the shotgun again, looking at a 2nd down and 12, and a little bit of movement up front. Get a little anxious there.
Yep.
Timeout.
Whoa. They called it timeout. Well, when we say breaks are going our way,
You're not kidding.
I mean, that you can't make this stuff up right now.
No, the Oxford, Drake Biggie jumped. That was a neutral zone infraction. Would have been 5 free yards, but,
Teddy,
he got bailed out by the timeout.
No, he didn't, right?
Exactly.
Just erase that. It never happened.
Right?
Wow. So
Fortunate break for the Wildcats right there. Well, would have been 2nd and 7s, now still 2nd and 12.
yeah, as soon as I get a teachable moment to critique something they do wrong, it never happened. So, I mean, everything going. I know I keep saying that and sound like a broken record, but it really is. Breaks are going their way. Fumbles are going their way. Kickoffs, offense, defense. It's just really been a great showing here for this Oxford Wildcat football team. And, you know, you see some fans in the stands, obviously a lot of them parents here. Each player gets to bring two people to the game. You see a lot of students around the fencing area. You know, this town is excited to have football back, and you can feel it. It's a different feeling here, and just happy to have something.
The way this defense has been playing, they've been acting like they have their students here in a rivalry game. They brought the energy.
Ball dropped.
3rd down and 12 from their own 21 now for the Crusaders. 9:44 left opening half. 21-0 Wildcats.
Ball dropped by Alfred Mateo there. Looks like he started to run before he had the catch. But that's a testament to that defense too. Hear footsteps as well, and they've just been in perfect position.
Even during that last timeout, up 3 scores, Matt Call, one of the defensive coordinators, he was getting in those guys' face, yelling at them. So they're keeping the energy up. This coaching staff's ready to go, stressing the importance of 48 minutes.
3rd down and 12 in the shotgun. Burgess calling the plays out. Burgess takes a snap. Trying to pass it, rolls out to his left. And look at that pressure. That ball is loose. And Oxford recovers. Another fumble, Teddy. Wow.
And it's Tommy Rainier, number 22, his second fumble recovery of the game.
Talk about a half. Wow. So we're inside the 25-yard line around there, up by 3 scores already. Another turnover. I mean, I thought it was a sack, but then that ball came loose. Nice strip. And if you're Lance Creuse, you got to be pretty upset right now. You got to hold on to that ball. Obviously, he didn't see that pressure coming, but just putting yourself in a tough spot down by 3, looking to go up by 4 scores here. So we are at the 25 exactly. Carpenter under center again. 2 backs in the backfield there. Carpenter fakes that handoff, looking to pass it over on the
John
left
Valvo.
sideline. Valvo picks that up. Patience and picks up a couple extra yards. Great play by Valvo there. So when it looks like they don't have anything, that little bit of extra effort picks up a couple extra yards and gains 7.
Yeah, with Nate Call and Matt Pullman, the team's 2 top receivers a year ago, both having graduated, they're going to need someone to step up on the perimeter. And John Valvo, 2-way player. He certainly looks capable of doing it so far.
Well, he's definitely got the speed. We know that. He's been all over the field so far.
He's been spending a lot of time in the weight room, too. A big young man
Yep.
for his size.
2nd down and 3 inside the 17-yard line. Handoff to the right side.
Vaccaro.
Caro, and he's earned those carries early on. We said Mears' name a couple times, but fighting in there for a couple. That'll put it at 3rd and 2, so just a gain of 1.
3rd down and a long 2. Carpenter under center.
Nope, looks like a little bit of a false start there.
Yep.
Full start. Offense. 5 yards. Still 3rd down.
It looked like 74, Gavin Green, the center there.
Yeah, the officials didn't give us a number, but I agree. I think it was Gavin Green.
To be fair, that's been their first mistake here in quite a while, so
Yeah.
moving back just a little bit. Looking at a 3rd down and 7. You have to think they're probably going to pass this 3rd down and 7, or I mean, maybe you run the ball and bring your kicking game out here. They look pretty strong. The Carpenter is in the shotgun.
Pistol formation. Now Vaccaro will move right to his left.
Carpenter rolls back. Short pass. Moving those chains actually a couple yards too short there. Nice play. Look at short screen play. Salvacaro with the catch. So getting his first catch after a couple runs.
And it is a first down. And
Hard to tell there.
Credit number 75, Landon Severn. Great block there because Vaccaro looked like he might have been tackled a couple yards short. But
Fighting through.
yeah, left guard getting out there and making a block. That's great hustle right there.
So 1st down at the 12-yard line. Carpenter looks like he ran into his running back there. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication.
Yeah.
Still able to get a couple yards there, but that's a dangerous play. Didn't look like he was expecting that. So that'll put it at 2nd and 8. 7:25 left in the half. 21-0. Oxford Wildcats looking to score again at the 11-yard line. Vaccaro in the backfield. Carpenter under center. Tight end in motion. Rolling out to the right. Carpenter wide open. Another touchdown. Oxford Wildcats, but we got a flag here. That was to Aiden Regan. I didn't quite see anything on that play. You wonder if this is going to go against Lance Creuse.
Officials still conferring, discussing something. The flag's at about the 6-yard line.
Ineligible player downfield.
Oh,
Offense. Be 5 yards to the previous spot.
probably one of the linemen out
Yep.
there. Yep.
Getting
So-
just a little too far downfield there, but great play design there. He had,
Oh, yeah.
he threw it to Aiden Regan, but he had Jack Keane as well. I mean, Mitchell Viviano. He had a couple different options he could have thrown it to there.
You know, I'm looking at some good things this year from Aiden Regan as well. I had a chance to speak with him a couple weeks ago, and he's extremely excited to have football back. He's a lacrosse player as well, and as we know, he didn't get that season, but he was wide open on that play. See if Oxford can get back in that end zone.
Has the size he want. Tall, slender
Oh, yeah.
receiver on the outside, but they're going to get Regan here as we're talking about him for a false start.
Well, I'm sure that's probably not the highlight he wants, and I'm sure he's got a lot more time here to recover, but yeah, that's back-to-back plays, and look, looks like
Regan
they're
will come
pulling him
out. John
Yeah.
Valvo coming in for him.
And it's a teaching moment. You
Oh,
know, you're up by
absolutely.
3 scores. As the scoreboard says, 115 right now. It's not quite that, but
Working their way back down to 21 with 7 minutes exactly left in the opening half.
Carpenter again under center. Receiver in motion to the right side. Carpenter rolls out. Play action. Receiver downfield, and he was just all turned around. It's number
Trent
85. Yeah. I think a little bit of miscommunication may have not been the correct route there for Brown, but he was wide open. Wide open there.
And of course, Trent's father, Dave, was on Bud Riley's staff for the last 19 years, the last 14 of which as co-defensive coordinator, and he's now linebackers and quarterbacks coach at Troy Athens.
Well, you talked about it. A lot of bloodline.
Absolutely.
Here. I mean, a lot of bloodline here with Oxford. Great tradition. And you see it all over the field.
Yeah, and Dave Brown's still a physical education and health teacher here, helps with basketball and baseball, so still very involved with Oxford schools.
Carpenter in the shotgun. 2 wide to the right. Hands it off. Stiff arm.
Stiff arm Vaquero.
Breaks out to the right side. Not a lot of room, making something happen. Wow, look at that. That second effort. He's not going to pick up the first down, but on a 3rd and 18, just playing it safe there. Good run. And you wonder, is it 4-down territory? Or it looks like it's going to be.
Yeah, picked up 9 yards, makes it a 4th and 9 from the 11-yard line. They're going to keep the offense on the field. It would be about a 28-yard field goal from here.
Well, if you don't get it, you put your defense in a good spot
Yeah,
as well, and you're up
absolutely.
by 3 scores, so it makes a lot of sense.
It does, yeah.
Carpenter under center. And looks
got
like we
some
got some
movement.
movement. Yeah, that may have been a false start. So now you wonder, do they try a field goal here? Or a little too long?
Let's see, the 5-yard penalty moved the football back to the 16-yard line, would make it about a 33, 34-yard field goal. I think that's within his range.
And you'll find out here, and they're going to keep the offense
Keep the
out.
offense out there. Yeah.
Well, it speaks, I believe, to how the confidence they have in their defense. I mean,
Right.
because they haven't given up anything.
And for good reason, yeah.
So why not? Why not do this? 4th down, 16 from the 17. Oxford up 21-0. Carpenter in the shotgun. 2 wide to the left. Carpenter drops back, looking for somewhere to go. Corner of the end zone. Nobody open there. Looked like they were going to John Velvo, but there was 3 players around him, so that was going to have to be a perfect pass. But it's okay. It's a change of downs. You're turning it over, but it's okay. You're putting Lance Creuse at the 17, and you got to feel pretty good about it.
As you said, Dave, your defense, you're going to make Lance Creuse go 83 yards here with 5:40 left in the first half. Your defense has been swarming to the football all night. You can live with that.
If you're just tuning up, Oxford up 21-0. Lance Creuse, quick snap there, pass over to the right side, picking up some good yardage, stiff arm. Big play, ooh, late hit. You don't want to see that.
Tack 15 more yards onto the end of that.
And you just don't want to help them out. They haven't been able to move the chains. Yes, nice play there, but you're going to get another 15, and that's part of that discipline. And we know they have a lot of it, but can't be making plays like that.
Late hit out of bounds on the defense. 15 yards.
So just like that, we're going to move that ball down the field.
And I like that for Lance Creuse North there, the quick passing game.
Yeah.
You know, you see Burgess, he has not had a lot of time back there. When he has tried to roll out, you know, he's been getting hit and they turn the football over. Get the ball out quick, get your receivers the ball in the flat, in space. That could be the recipe for Lance Creuse North to start chipping away and get back in this game.
Burgess in the shotgun again, where he's been most of this game. Hands the ball off, just no room. And that, exactly, it's a good point for you. You got to get that ball out quick. He's been in shotgun and still had no time. So that interior defense has been causing havoc for him all game.
Yeah, and the Crusaders with head coach Pat Daly, they're committed to trying to establish this run, even down 3 scores, but there's just been very little there. I would let Burgess throw it a little more. Quick passes, spread the field as they're doing here. 3 receivers to Burgess's left.
Quick pass again, over to the right side. Good job by Oxford. Look at that, gang tackle, big hit. You think these guys are amped up or what?
Tommy Rainiers recovered 2 fumbles and laid the wood right there, having a nice first half.
Great play. And we're going to see 2 wide to the left, 2 to the right here.
3rd down and 6.
Oh, that might be on Lance Creuse. Yup, it is. Drive killer.
Make it 3rd and 11.
I mean, if Oxford's just saying thank you, that's an easy one right there. You can't do that. And this is the first time Lance Creuse has been able to move the ball.
Right.
You just shoot yourself in the foot. You don't want to do that. So Burgess makes it even more difficult. 3rd and 11 at the 46, down by 3 scores. 3 receivers to the left. Burgess takes that snap. Looking to the right side, just no room. Big hit. Wow. That was a big hit by Tate Meir. And he was lucky to get that ball out. So just like that, Teddy, they're going to turn it over because that penalty. I mean, that really changed your options
It did. That drive killer. 4:31 left in the opening half, and you know, the busiest Crusader all night's been the sophomore punter, Joey Longo. He's going to have to punt it away again here.
Crusaders looking to punt it. Down by 3 scores, as you mentioned, 4:31. There's a snap. Block that kick.
John
over to the
Valvo.
right side. And Oxford, again, Teddy's going to have great field position. Special teams, special teams.
John Valvo, he's the OCTV Student Athlete of the Week. He's caught a pass and now blocked a punt. What a week for John Valvo,
He's
the
trying
senior.
to be the player of the game
He
here
is.
as well.
He is.
Wow. I mean, that punter had no chance. He was right in his face. Great play again. Got to feel pretty good right now if you're the special teams coach here for Oxford, huh?
Yeah, Dave Rayner. You can tell that it's something Oxford has practiced a lot. And when I stopped by one of their practices this summer, it was the first thing they did. They spent a lot of time on it, and that hard work is paying off right now.
Carpenter under center. Hands that ball off. Mirrored, but he dropped it, and I think Lance Creuse jumped on top. Just not a clean handoff there.
Lance Creuse does have it.
I don't think he ever had that. Carpenter handing it off, trying to hit that bread basket, and unfortunately, he just never had the ball. So first turnover of the game. Hate to see that, especially right after a big play on special teams, but just like that, Lance Creuse will get another shot at it here at the 37-yard line.
Going to reset the game clock to 4:12 here, 4:12, add 6 seconds.
Burgess back in that shotgun. 2 receivers to the left and right. clock. We got it.
Burgess, a senior.
Low snap, ball's loose again, and I believe Oxford got it right back.
Can't make this stuff up, Dave.
Listen, it's been a weird year, but I mean, you can't write the script for this. Back and forth, and as we already said it, the breaks are just going Oxford's way.
They are.
Wow. So number 88 with the
Joe
recovery.
Rohr.
There you go. Give him some love here. Great play. And another, just it's not a clean handoff there. It looked like a low snap actually to Burgess.
No, and we've seen that a few times tonight.
Yep.
With it, and Lance Creuse North has been operating almost exclusively out of the shotgun. I'm trying to recall if they've been under center at all. And
I don't think they have.
Yeah, it's still a work in progress for them.
Carpenter under center, hands that ball off. Looking for some room is Vaccaro. Nice room there by Vaccaro, getting a couple carries after Tate Meir made some noise early on in this game. So got to feel pretty good when you can pick up positive yardage like that. Like you said, it opens up the playbook, allows your passing game to get even more lethal.
Yeah, Meir and Vaccaro, it's a very nice combination of running backs. So, feel good about this moving forward, and maybe even later in this game we'll see number 31, Melvin Eccles, involved as well.
Vaccaro in the backfield. Carpenter under center. Drops back, passes it to Vaccaro. Almost hit there, but breaks away. Look at that, bouncing off tackles. I mean, there's 2 missed tackles there for Lance Creuse North, but that's just strong running there. Just keep those legs churning.
Well said, Dave. Very rarely has Sal Vaccaro been brought down by the first Crusader. It's had to take multiple attempts. That's exactly what Zach Line wants to see. And you know, Tate Meir coming back in the game now. Excuse me, Ty Meir. But you know, Vaccaro has earned his carries tonight. He's done an excellent job in his role.
Man, nice 1-2 punch there for them. Looking at 3rd down and 3 at the 30-yard line. Just 2:42 left in this half. Everything going Oxford's way. Up by 3 scores, 21-0 over Lance Creuse North. Fake handoff there over to the right side. Carpenter going deep. Got a man, and I believe he came down with it. And they're going to say, holy,
at the 1-yard line. What a catch.
I mean, that was a perfect pass. He did not have a lot of room there.
Carpenter looks very comfortable rolling to his right like that. We saw him throw that touchdown pass to Ty Meir in the first quarter, and that was a perfectly thrown ball on the boundary to Aiden Regan right there.
That's it.
Get him, play action, roll him out to his right, and give him the option to tuck it and run or throw it deep. They've had great success doing that.
One thing we can say for sure about Brady Carpenter, we already know he's an athlete, but that accuracy, that's been on display today.
Very much improved over a year ago. Granted, his limited number of attempts a year ago, but looks much more accurate, crisp, sharp tonight.
On the 1-yard line, handoff. Oh, and just stuffed at that 1. Looked like Vaccaro there.
Number 84, Sal Vaccaro, the ball carrier.
A good job there by Lance Creuse, but on that passing play that just happened, it wasn't that it was misplayed poorly, which is the pinpoint play. And Carpenter has been extremely elusive and
put that football where Regan was the only one who could make a play on it. It was not going to be intercepted. It was either going to be caught or incomplete. Excellently placed.
And it's good to see Regan get a catch as that last touchdown was called back for him. Looking at a 2nd and 2 at the 2-yard line. 1:45 left in this half. Handoff by Carpenter. Vaccaro, he gets in off a spin move. 27-0 right now. I say if you drew it up and you said, what's the best case scenario, Coach Line? 27-0 sounds pretty good, huh?
This is it. And, this is a Wildcat team, 1-8 a season ago, won just 1 game in the OA Red. Many of these young men were on that team, and they've got to feel so great about this first half. And this is what Oxford Wildcat fans, many of whom have been around for a long time, are accustomed to seeing. Perfect start.
Extra point. Let's see if they can go up by 28.
Brennan Malicki.
And hits the crossbar and just back. So not quite enough, so we'll keep it at 27-0. That's okay. It was on just off that crossbar, but But yeah, you got to be happy for these kids, you know, because
Yes.
they've worked so hard. I've seen it. I know you have as well. You know, a lot of uncertainty with the season. They're just happy to be out here, and this means a lot because you don't get this time back, and you're seeing a special group of players, and it could be a special season.
Yeah, we're coming up on 8 p.m. local time here. Darkness starting to set in. The floodlights on over Wildcat Stadium and the blue turf. It's just a beautiful sight here.
Isn't
What an
it?
excellent facility.
It is a beautiful sight to have some football back. Friday Night Lights. And
The limited attendance is still going to take some getting used to, but
It is.
at least the majority of these young men have their mom and dad here. It's better than nothing.
And we got some viewers on YouTube Live as well. OCT covering tonight's contest between the Oxford Wildcats, your Oxford Wildcats, and the Lance Creuse North Crusaders. Oxford up 27-0 with 1:37 left in this first half. Oxford kicks that ball off deep to the right side. Picked up Lance Creuse with some space. Spin move there to break free. And just about 10 guys on top of him to tackle him and bring him down. As we'll put the ball at the 40-yard line.
It was junior, number 16, Jordan Rao on the return for Lance Creuse North. Get the ball out to the 40, minute and 26 seconds, 2 timeouts to work with. For Lance Creuse North, you're down 27-0. You're down 4 scores. You're just hoping maybe get something before the half here. Go into the half without a 0 on the scoreboard and just build from there.
3 wide to the left. Handoff there, kind of surprising. Over to the right side, picks up a couple yards, but I thought with 1:20 left, he'd be pretty predictable in passing the ball, but I guess not.
Yeah. Picks up 5, gets out to the 45-yard line, is number 9, a senior, David Gatine, and he got out of bounds, stops the clock with 1:21 remaining.
And that's key there. Get out of bounds.
Exactly.
Give yourself some more time. Burgess looking for that play at the 45-yard line. 1:21 left in this half. Burgess, tough snap again, and he didn't have anywhere to go with it, but nice pass.
Yeah.
I mean, really, that was a great play. Big hit there. Looked like to number 88, Joe Rower. Oh, actually, number 88 is Alfred Lorenzo. So really just making something out of nothing.
Yeah, Alfred's only a sophomore. He's a big target for a 15,
Yeah.
16-year-old.
Great
And
play
John
by
Valvo
Burgess.
with a nice hit going low there, continuing his standout first half.
Well, that's it. He's been all over the field. I don't think the kid ever gets tired. Looks like we'll get a timeout here. 1:04. Looking at a 2-minute timeout here. So on that play, just a broken play there. We've seen it time and time again. Low snaps for
Yeah.
Lance Creuse, and that puts your quarterback in a tough position. He's in the shotgun. He's been there all game, but he's had no time.
Right, you got to help your quarterback out. I mean, he's been dealing with a fierce pass rush tonight. Don't make him have to dip down and pick up the snap and worry about even more than he's already worrying about.
Exactly. As we mentioned, we're happy you're tuning in tonight. We got Friday Night Lights back here. The big blue field, the lights on now. Some fans in the stands happy that we're getting a lot of fans viewing in here. Some parents. This Oxford Wildcat football team hitting on all cylinders, special teams, defense, offense. They've just been everything you'd wish for on an opening night.
And Dave, to get back to your point about the low snaps, looking at our Lance Creuse roster here, 9 listed offensive linemen, all of them are juniors or seniors. This type of
That's a good point.
miscommunication you would expect to see from freshmen or sophomores, but these are guys that have been on the team for a while, which has to be
Veterans, yeah.
especially disappointing for Pat Daly.
That's a very good point there. A lot of veteran leadership up there. You don't want to see that, those mistakes. They know better than that. So we're looking at a 3rd down and 5. It looks like it should be a 1st down.
Yes, it should be.
Yeah, we know that's 1st and 10. Low snap again. Throw to the right side and staying in bounds.
That's his
Great
tailback,
play.
David Gatine.
Yeah, that was a great job there. And they'll move the chains again. So with just a minute left here, just under a minute, 59 seconds, 1st and 10 at the 33. So it's been their best drive so far.
Right.
And they're being quick with it too. Quick throws. Burgess
It's what
with
we
the
were talking
shotgun.
about. That's going to help him out a lot.
Exactly. 3 wide to the left.
Top of your screen.
Burgess rolls back. Nobody home.
It looks like to me, Dave, Burgess does not look comfortable throwing to his left. Almost everything he's been thrown has been to the right tonight, even when it's the short side of the field. He does not want to look to the left over there.
Which is interesting because they had 3 wide up there.
Right, right.
Yeah, I know. I've seen that a couple times. It's definitely his comfort zone on this right side here. We got 3 wide again. Top of your screen.
Yeah, a lot of room to work with out there. He should look that way. He is this time.
There he is. Look at that pressure. Wow. Ball's loose again. Oxford's got it. It looked like a Meir brother there, and I believe it was Tate Meir.
Forced it and recovered it. Forced it and recovered it.
Wow,
Tate
did
Meir.
he get in there quick. I mean, just like that, they were moving the ball and just didn't have any time. He did look to his left there,
He did.
but when he did, he got hit.
The strip sack. Tate Meir, number 42.
So 47 seconds, you're at your own 46. You run the ball here, or do you try to keep this offense moving with the passing game?
I think he's going to run the football here on
And then there, I guess we're not going to run the ball.
no, I guess not. I thought he was going to take this into the half. We'll see.
3 wide up top of your screen there. Carpenter.
5
calling it
receivers
out.
on the field.
Yeah, they're going to spread it around. Carpenter goes back, looking to go. Oh, some pressure behind him. I don't think he's seen it. Just nobody open. Just a little bit more time, and
Oxford's going to take a timeout. They're staying aggressive here. They're not content to just go into the half.
Carpenter moved up in the pocket there, but unfortunately unable to break away. But I like the feel of Brady Carpenter in that pocket. He's been patient, really, and obviously taking the sack there, but he looks comfortable, and you look on the other side with Burgess, he's looked quite opposite.
Yeah, stark contrast. Carpenter did exactly what they coached him to do right there. He dropped back, he kept his eyes downfield, stepped up in the pocket. There was just nothing there, that's better than him forcing to throw deep into double coverage or something. So
Yeah.
you can live with that. And I am a little surprised Oxford staying as aggressive as they are.
Me too.
And especially because Oxford is set to receive the second half kickoff here. But, I can't fault them for it. You've been having success all night on offense. Might as well try to get a little more before the half.
Well, you talked about putting the foot on the gas, and they're definitely
doing it. They took the advice well. 2nd and 9, it'll be with 39 seconds left. So Carpenter actually gained a yard.
Yeah,
on
that's
that
actually,
play.
I misspoke there. That's not a sack, so he gained a yard.
Yeah.
So, like I said, everything going their way.
It is.
When the play breaks down, he still gets a yard out of it. So 2nd and 9 on the 47, 39 seconds left, up by 27 nothing Oxford Wildcats over the Crusaders.
1 timeout left for each team.
Carpenter in that shotgun, 2 backs. So definitely different look here for sure.
Meir and Vaquero. That's a strong backfield. They'll split Meir out wide to the right, top of your screen.
Carpenter stepping back into the pocket there. No room to go with it, but he's going to run. And wow, is he lethal with his legs. Oh, big hit. Oh, big hit at the end there. What a tough kid he is, man. Something to keep your eye on there. He's definitely feeling that.
He did what we talked about earlier. He tried to do. He tried to get out of bounds, and I agree with not throwing a penalty flag on that. It was a clean hit. He hit him right at the
it was a good
marker. The most concerning part was that Carpenter was moving so fast he kind of landed almost on the edge of the track there, which is a hard landing. But he's staying in the game. Looks like he'll be okay.
Yeah, looked like one of the coaches there asked if you're okay, and of course, you look over and say, "I'm good. I'm good."
Right.
He doesn't want to come out of this game. 32 seconds. Carpenter dropping back. Pass over the middle. It looked like that may have been caught. It did. Didn't hit that turf. Oh, they're saying it did hit the ground. That's
Incomplete.
That's close.
Yeah. Looking for number 4, Jack Keene.
So as we just seen, he's a dual threat, Brady Carpenter. He can run, he can pass, and he's been very impressive here in this opening half. So just 24 seconds left.
A lot of reason for Wildcat fans to be excited about him. He's a junior,
yeah.
so he has another year of eligibility after this one. He could turn into one of the OAA's better quarterbacks.
Yeah, and you got Valvo and Regan on the outside. We've seen good plays from them. The running backs have been great early on here. Lots to like. Short pass over to Mir. He's knocked down a couple. I don't think he may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage there, but
Line will take his final timeout with 16 seconds left.
I like that call. I mean, the screen pass there to your running back. I haven't seen too many of those from Oxford tonight, but you've seen that in the second quarter mostly, that playbook open up just a little bit more as they rolled out Carpenter, and seen some good things come of it. As you mentioned, their last timeout, just 16 seconds. I'm surprised as you are right now that they're still going for it here, but
right.
You might see them just run the ball here. Wouldn't be surprised. Give your guys a breather here. Up 27-0. So
right, it's 3rd down and 9. Maybe keep it on the ground here. Force Lance Creuse North's hand. See if they stop the clock. But more than likely, I think if the clock's running, Lance Creuse North will just let it go into the break.
Yeah. So this is OCTV's coverage of the Wildcat football tonight versus the Lance Creuse Crusaders. We found out about this game today or late last night, depending on if you were on social media. And, you know, credit to both teams making football happen coming here. It's not easy. It's not easy what Oxford's doing right now, and it's tough for Lance Creuse as well, but it's just good to see these guys out here and playing some live football. A lot different than just playing against your own guys, huh?
Absolutely. Carpenter to the shotgun. Mir to his right. Drops back to pass.
Carpenter looking over that left side, and they'll complete it. They're going to say he's
give him the
down
catch.
there, but 10 seconds.
Trent Brown.
They got to hurry up here. They might spike this ball. And they're set. That clock starts when they get set. Perfect job there. Well, you might want to put a couple seconds left there. That probably should have read 7.
Yeah, got it at 5 seconds right now. I think at least 6, but maybe, like you said, Dave, even 7.
Yeah, that's a tough break there because you're probably looking at one play
Yeah,
here.
this is probably it. 24 yards away.
And if you got 7 seconds, that is the difference of 1 and 2 plays.
Oh, yeah. Throw a quick pass to the sidelines, pick up a few yards, and get one more play after that. Now, likely only have time for one more snap.
You got to love this play as a receiver, though, right? Just go to the end zone. Just go to the end zone. 5 seconds left. Last play of
Aiden
this
Regan,
half.
bottom of your screen.
Carpenter Woods, he's got all the room in the world here.
He's going to
He's
run.
running with it. And you know what? That's a smart play. That's a smart play. Don't force it. No need to. And that'll end the half. Teddy, 27-0 Wildcats over the Crusaders. This has been a fun first half. Look forward to doing the second half. Teddy, any notes right now from you, what you're seeing and what you'd like to see in this second half?
This first half went very well, about as well as it could have. At the half here, I would just stress with the defense, keep the special teams up. Focus on the defense and the special teams. The offense, wouldn't mess with it too much. We'll likely see a more run-heavy approach in the second half, but keep the intensity up on defense. That would be the message at half.
So up 27-0 over the Crusaders. We've seen some big plays from the running game. We talked about that as well. Vaquero, Mir, and even the QB, who's an RPO quarterback, and he's definitely been lethal with his legs as well as his arm. Carpenter.
Yeah, and Oxford set to receive the second half kickoff here, so we'll see that offense right from the jump here in the second half.
So it's dark out there, lights fully on. It's a beautiful sight. Happy that you were able to tune in on Facebook Live or YouTube Live.
And this is the first time, Dave, we've seen the Wildcats kick return team. And, yep, Sal Vaquero, number 84, he is the deep man. We'll see if they kick it all the way back to him.
Already 1 touchdown. Why not a house call?
Right. The way the special teams has been playing tonight, they could do it.
Joseph Longo kicking this ball off for the Crusaders. High kick to the left side. Caro picking it up, following his blockers. Runs through a couple tackles there. Wow. He is hard to bring down.
Yeah,
that's two or three guys.
Strong return. Fielded it about the 10-yard line, brought it out to the 30, and he was met shortly after the 25. Fought for those last 3-4 yards there. Strong return, continuing a good night for Sal Vaccaro.
A kind of a line drive, like you mentioned. That's exactly what you want.
Right.
That's exactly what you want. That's a cupcake there for a return guy. Get some time to move that ball. So our first look at the Oxford offense in the second half here, up 27-0. Seeing a lot of good things as this playbook is unraveled for Coach Line. Carpenter under center, as he has been for most of the game. Hands that ball off. Looks like Mir in the backfield. He's driven back. Perfectly played by the Crusaders there. About 2 or 3 guys on top of him.
The one guy we didn't see make much of an impact for Oxford in the first half offensively, number 7, junior tight end Mitchell Viviano. He's a big target, and he'll be a important target, especially in the play action game for this team. Haven't seen him yet, but it'll come eventually.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that tight end is a quarterback's best friend, having him out there, that big body. So plenty of time here. So we're looking at 2nd and 10 here. Carpenter hands that ball off. Mir, right side, hit hard, picked up a couple there. So Tate Mir picking up a couple. We're actually looking at 3rd down and 6 at the 34. 27-0, just underway in the second half. OCTV's coverage of the Oxford Wildcat football game tonight versus the L'Anse Creuse Crusaders. It's obviously not Lake Orion out there, had some changes, and with COVID, it's going to happen. It's going to be a bit of a carousel, but just stick in there and hang in with us, and we got some live football.
Yep, Mir lined up in the pistol behind Carpenter. Aiden Regan, number 11, to the right, bottom of your screen. 3 receivers to the top of your screen.
Carpenter looks over to the left side.
First down and
nice
more.
Nice first down. Again, look at all that room. Perfectly played. Looked like number 14, Brendan Moore. Look at that speed on the outside.
Great play design by Zach Lyon. Guy knows what he's doing, and you saw it right there. I mean, 3 receivers out that way. Get one, basically an extension of your run game with a pass like that. Have him line up behind those other receivers and have him block for him. Easy first down. Great play call, Zach Lyon.
Well, if you watch Zach Lyon play in that last year, he had Taysom Hill in there. That offense was pretty fun.
Yeah.
So some creative minds. Sean Payton's pretty good at offense.
Right, he learned from a guy who knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, and it's looking quite special here early on. So Wildcat football at the 48, 1st and 10.
2 tight ends, Mitchell Viviano, number 7, and Trent Brown, number 85 in there.
A little bit of miscommunication looked like. Good call by Carpenter there. Get that timeout and figure it out. And this is going to happen, right? As everything has gone their way, but there's still some things to figure out, still some wrinkles, and you got to have some teaching moments for these kids. As I mentioned, it's not been your typical off season.
Right.
It's going to happen. So 10-15 left. Start of the second half, up 27-0. If you're just tuning in on YouTube Live, this is OCTV's coverage. Dave and Teddy on the call, having a lot of fun. Happy to be calling football once again. As this one's going to count. This is not an exhibition. This one is definitely going to count. Like I said, it's not who they were supposed to play, but it's still the same division that they were supposed to play.
Right. And yeah, just to remind y'all, this is only a 6-game regular season this year instead of the typical 9. And the other big change, every team makes the postseason regardless of your record. So the MHSAA playoffs are going to be early December this year instead of late November, about a week later than usual, to make up for that expanded playoff field.
Yeah, and I think that's the right call. I mean, it's definitely the right call. We're just happy to be out here to have some football.
Right.
And same with these kids. So here we go. Oxford, 1st and 10 at the 48. 3 wide, the bottom of your screen here. Carpenter hands it off. Up to Mir. Mir up the middle. Strong yards there. Perfect play. 5, 6, 7 yards on first down, and that's what we've seen time and time again.
Yeah, Oxford's had a lot of success tonight out of what they call that pistol formation, when the running back, whether it be me or Overcarl, lines up behind the quarterback in the shotgun. And, you know, it allows the running back to get a running start before he hits the line of scrimmage, like you have when the quarterback's under center. Oxford's had a lot of success out of that formation tonight.
I mean, how many 2nd and 3, 2nd and 2 have we seen? You just have so many opportunities to open up that playbook. You really don't know what's coming.
A lot of room to the right side here, the field, the bottom of your screen. And he has 2 receivers down there, including Regan.
Carpenter fakes that handoff. Man in his face. Perfect job getting that ball off. And we'll pick up the first down. That's the Mitchell Viviano. You just said his name a couple minutes ago. They must have heard you.
That's just what we were talking about, Dave. Play action, Mitchell Viviano. He's a big target, a classmate of Carpenter, so he'll be around for 2021 as well. It's a connection Wildcat fans will probably get used to hearing.
Yeah, that's definitely a great play to see opening up, just spreading the ball all over the field right now as Carpenter. Perfect play, and he didn't look uncomfortable even with a man in his face. Made the great throw there, accurate, as we've said time and time again.
Yeah, very poised, and, you know, credit his older brother Drew Carpenter, his father Aaron Carpenter. Brady looks very calm, cool, and collected tonight.
Handoff there on a end around. Not fooling Lance Creuse there, however. That's Jack Keene.
And we saw them do that early in the first quarter. One of the first offensive plays of the game, they gave the ball to Keene, and now one of the first offensive plays of the second half, they do it. So they're trying to get him the football in space, and, you know, with Jack Keene's speed, only a matter of time until he finds a seam and breaks one.
And not everything's going to work, right? You're going to have, you know, maybe you don't bring that play out for a little bit there, but you like changing it up. You can't be predictable, and they've definitely done that today. They've changed it up.
Right.
A great deal.
Lance Creuse North's been on their heels all night. They're guessing run or pass. Oxford's controlling the tempo.
Handoff to Mir there. He'll pick up 5, looks like. Moving the ball up the field as Carpenter will come over to his sideline. And you said poised. That's exactly what I see. This is a young man, and that helped him last year, I think, playing with his brother. You know, he got about, 6 starts last season, and that helped tremendously because this is his job, and he knows that, and, you know, he's done everything right, and he is a leader out there for them.
You know, you hear it sounds like a cliche, even when, you know, you're losing, you're taking your lumps. People say, oh, it's benefiting you in the long run, and some people might think, oh, that's a cliche. Well, Brady Carpenter's living proof of that. Last year was a learning experience. Looks like a whole new quarterback this year.
3rd and 4, Carpenter steps back, rolls out to the right, running on his own there, just not anywhere to go with it. Made a smart play on the keeper there. I mean, picked out about a yard there on the play. Actually, no gain, but it's the right play.
Right, and you have ball on the Lance Creuse 30-yard line here. You know, 4th down and 6. This is 4-down territory. Keep the offense in there.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to punt it this close to the red zone. You know, like you said, don't force a throw. Live to play another down.
You have to do that. You don't want to beat yourself, and that's definitely something that I think we can say that they've been great at doing all game. On the other side, it's been tough for Lance Creuse. So 4th and 6, a loss of 2 on the play. Carpenter in the shotgun.
Valvo and Mir, bottom of your screen, and whistle.
Delay a game there. And we just talked about that. And, you know, there hasn't been too many plays like that, but that's another coachable moment. You don't want to kill a drive like that. You move yourself back, and a manageable down there now looks at 4th and 11.
Yeah, you know, it's the second delay a game penalty of the night for Oxford, one in the first half and now this one. And, you know, in collegiate football and professional football, you obviously have the play clock. It's a lot easier. High school football, the quarterback's got to keep his eye in that back judge. He'll let you know how much time is left.
Rushing to the line there. Carpenter in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Carpenter going deep downfield. He's got a man. That's Mir. Again, touchdown Oxford Wildcats. That was pinpoint accuracy, Teddy.
3 touchdowns, make it 4 for Mir.
Go and have a game, Mir. Wow.
2 rushing, 2 receiving, doing it in both ways.
Tate Mir, we've said his brother's name. Ty Mir a few times as well. Oxford football looks dangerous, everybody. It is hitting on all cylinders. That offense, wow. A deep pass for Carpenter, moving that ball on a 4th down play as well. Point that out. 33 looking for 34 right here. Good snap, good kick again. So 3 for 4 on those extra points, or 4 for 5, excuse me. So 34-0, just like that. 5:55 left in the third quarter. Just a great play and a great call again from the Wildcats on 4th down.
Yeah, Brady Carpenter's looked great throwing the deep ball tonight. He's been putting it right on the money, and more importantly, he's been picking up when those receivers are behind the defense and not giving these defensive backs any chance to make a play on it. Clear over their heads, right into the hands of Tate Meir. Easy touchdown. Very similar to the play we saw in the first quarter for the first touchdown of the game.
And if you're Oxford, you're having a good time, but you just want to keep going at it. Keep putting the foot on the pedal, like you said. You just want to keep it moving. You don't want to lay off of that. And you might see, as this score goes up, if it does a little bit more, you might see some other guys, which you're glad to see that. Those depth chart players, and
that's important. That's how you get better. It's important to get those guys live snaps and games like this.
Yeah, exactly. Kickoff for Oxford. Kick right down the left side there. Good kick, deep kick, and the coverage once again just not too much room. Put this near the 35. Looks like the 33, I believe, but there's a player down there. Didn't quite see the number.
Crusaders slow to get up on the play. May have been the return man to try to get a number for you.
Yeah, you don't want to see that, but that's, to my knowledge, that's the first injury we've seen so far in this game.
It is, yes.
It's football. I mean, it's a tough sport. These things are going to happen. You just don't want to see it. So as we mentioned, 34-0, 5:49. Why don't we take a quick break here? We'll come back with that injury on the field. OCTV's coverage of Oxford football. We'll be right back after this.
Just think, what if we didn't have local TV and radio? Where would I go for local sports, local politics, a mayor, city council, stuff that affects me every day? How about health? Who's covering things that endanger my family? I need to know now, as it happens, from sources I trust, people in my community. No agenda, no bias like you find on cable and social media. Just facts. For news I can trust, I stay local. Support your local station. Text TV to 52886 today.
And we're back here after that break, so good to see that player walk off the field on his own. It looked like number 10. I don't want to say for sure, but I don't see a 10 on my list. I don't think he's limping there over to the sideline, but did put a little bit of pressure on that, so happy to see he's up. As North, go ahead, Teddy, didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just going to say 5:49 left in the third quarter. That was a long first drive by the Wildcat offense. First time we'll see the defense here in the second half. Hopefully more of the same from the first half.
5:49 left in this third quarter. 34-0 Oxford Wildcats. Direct snap there to that running back, and he's picked up a couple extra yards before he's knocked out of bounds. Good fight there. You can't give up. You want to build off of this. Not saying the game is over. It's going to be quite a hill to climb, but you want some type of momentum to build on that next game and get that offense going. 2nd down and 5, gain of 5 on first down.
Yeah, that was number 35, Jeremiah Whitehead for the Crusaders on the carry. In the first half, when they kept it on the ground, it was almost exclusively Davy Gatine, so maybe we'll see more Whitehead here in the second half.
Burgess again hands that ball off, just like you said. Swarmed around with a couple defenders there.
Yep, Whitehead again.
Looks like he was able to get a couple. They're going to say gain of 1, so we'll put it at 3rd and 4 on the 41.
And we talked about it in the first quarter, Dave. 3rd down, the money down. Oxford excelled here in the first half. First test of the second half.
Burgess waiting for that call in the shotgun. 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen.
Yep, Whitehead to his left.
Burgess hands it off to Whitehead. Whitehead moves over to the right side, fighting for more yards. It looks like he was able to pick up that first down. As
Little trippiness, little extracurricular activity. It looks like it was Whitehead and John Valvo.
So we'll move the chains. But one thing you can say about this Oxford defense, they haven't given up the big play.
Not at all.
And that speaks to the coaches as well as the players to execute. But 3 or 4 yards here or there, they just don't give up the big play.
Yeah, Lance Creuse Norris had to fight for every yard they got tonight. Oxford's done a great job keeping everything in front of them, forcing them to the outside, making these be long developing plays.
2 receivers at the bottom of your screen. First down, Burgess in the shotgun. Burgess hands that ball off again. Nowhere to go. Did fight for 1 yard there. I don't even know how he got 1. Kept those legs of churning and put this at 2nd down and 9. So it's just like you said, Teddy, there's no running room.
Right, and this is big play here, 2nd and 9. You want to limit this as much as you can, force them in a long 3rd down, 3rd and 5+.
2nd and 9. Burgess comes to the line. He'll go back in the shotgun. 2 receivers set again. Burgess hands it off again to the right side.
There you go.
Great job by Oxford. So 3 plays in a row. They're trying to run that ball to that right side. Not a lot of room. They'll put that down at 3rd down and 8, it looks like.
Yeah, 3rd and 8. They're going to be in the right hash. A lot of the room to the left side, the wide side of the field, the bottom of your screen. And we documented in the first half, Burgess has not looked comfortable even looking that way, let alone throwing that way. We'll see if he does it here.
See if Oxford brings the blitz here on 3rd and 8. The same set all this drive. Man, right in his face, and I think that running back there heard those footsteps as well, and Burgess, like we said, had nowhere to go with it.
He did, and number 5, Jack Wandry, was right in Burgess's face, making him get that out probably a split second before he wanted to.
Wandry's going to have a big season as well there at middle linebacker. Big guy.
Lance Creuse North going to keep the offense on the field, 4th down and 8.
Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, you're down by 34 points.
From their own 48-yard line, 2:38 left, 3rd quarter.
3 wide receivers down at the bottom of your screen here. Burgess calling that play out. Burgess steps back, deep pass. I think it's a little short there, but they didn't call anything there. Sticking on the back of the receiver was Vaquero, but played it safe. So just like that, they'll turn that ball over. Good job by the defense as well, staying in strong. I mean, it just doesn't feel like that offense for Lance Creuse has been able to get anything going.
No, they haven't had any rhythm all night. I mean, it's been very choppy, and that's a credit to this Oxford defense. I mean, forcing them in 2nd and long, 3rd and long, it's tough to get either your run or pass established, and Lance Creuse North hasn't had either.
Brady Carpenter and the Oxford offense out there one more time, up by 34 points. Everything working for them. Fresh off a deep touchdown pass. Carpenter hands that ball off. And that ball's loose. Picked up. They're going to say he's down. Ooh. Tough call there. And that was a close call.
Yeah,
that could
fortuitous for Oxford, because that likely would have been a scoop and score. I mean,
yeah, they're going to move that ball back a little bit, and it looks like
yeah, that was number 21.
It was a fumble, and they're just going to take it from where they were there.
Yeah, I think what they're saying was number 21, Nicholas Reed, senior defensive back, picked it up with one knee on the ground.
That's the thing,
yeah.
Yep. So tough play, first turnover on offense there. Actually, 2nd turnover this game.
Yep, 2nd.
Oxford still getting some personnel on the field. A little bit of miscommunication on both ends here. Lance Creuse as well. So taking that ball back over is Lance Creuse. Burgess says he's been all night in that shotgun, but they're going to take a timeout. There was
a confusion on both sides right there, especially Lance Creuse North.
So that's a tough turnover there. We've seen a couple fumbles. Obviously, a lot of things going in the way of Oxford here, but you want to clean that up just a little bit, and you know that Coach Line wants to do that as well.
And I think some of that can be chalked up to the early season. This is the first time a lot of these guys are taking full speed hits, first game action. Hopefully, as we get into the 2nd, 3rd, 4th game of the season, you'll see that clean up once these guys become more acclimated to getting hit this often.
Yeah, and you've seen some good chemistry between these receivers and Brady Carpenter as well. These
Yes.
running backs have been effective. So that's, and you mentioned getting the tight end involved. I was, that was good to see Viviano get involved as well, and we'll see if they can continue that in this half.
Yep. Number 7, Mitchell Viviano, and number 85, Trent Brown, both tight ends, both also basketball players, have a couple options. And like you said, Dave, a tight end is quarterback's best friend,
Yep.
especially on third downs. Those guys will come up big. Might not be this game, but throughout this season, we'll see those tight ends come in handy.
Well, unless you're Eric Ebron, it's usually your safety blanket for the quarterback, right? It's all right. I don't think Eric.
Former Detroit Lion, Indianapolis Colt, and
Right.
current Pittsburgh Steeler, Eric Ebron.
Burgess takes that. It looked like he was trying to hand it off, but he's going to throw deep down the middle of the field, and he'll get a man there wide open for a completion. So kind of a broken down play, but making the most of it. I'm not going to say he looked extremely comfortable there, but he was able to pick up that first down, so nice play. Now there is a flag on the play. An eligible receiver. And that's the thing. That was a broken down play, and I think there was some confusion. There was clearly a lineman that shouldn't have been downfield there. And just like that, it never happened.
Yep. We've seen each team penalized for that once tonight. Now happened to the Wildcats in the first half, and for Lance Creuse North, that's a bummer because that was their biggest play of the night so far.
Instead, they'll move it back to the 43-yard line. 1st and 15. Burgess, quick throw, low throw, picked up, nice catch by his receiver helping him out there. That'll be David Gantine, and we've said his name a couple times this half. Nice catch. I mean, it almost hit the ground.
It did. In Gantine, in the first half, they lined him up at tailback, and now in the second half, they've got Whitehead as the tailback and moving Gantine out wide. So get both of those guys on the field together.
Burgess looking at a 2nd down and 10 from the 48. 3 wide, top of your screen. He'll hand that ball off right up the middle, picking up a few more extra yards.
Yeah, that's Jeremiah Whitehead on the carry again. Set up a third and about 5 right here.
Yeah, they've been going to Whitehead quite often in this second half, like you said.
Yeah, it makes you wonder where he was in the first half because he's found some running room.
And that's why he's sticking in there. I mean, he's had some consistent positive yardage, and you can't say that for too many other players.
Which has been hard to come by for the Crusaders, that's for sure.
So 3rd down and 5 at the 47, 1 minute left, 34-0 in this 3rd quarter. Oxford on top. Burgess calling out the play, putting his running back in the right position. High snap, able to get that quick throw out, but because of that, he didn't set his feet, and that ball went a little bit wide. So 4th down here, and you know they're going to play 4-down football for the rest of this game, probably.
Yeah, we'll see the offense stay on the field here. And Burgess had him there. He just threw that football a little too wide. He had him, and might not have been enough for the first down, but would have taken this from a 4th and 5 to about a 4th and 2 or 3.
Well, you like to see your quarterback step into that throw just a little bit more, but that could be, he's a little gun shy right now.
He
is. Just not having time.
And credit the Wildcat defense. That's what happens when you hit a quarterback this much. It makes him gun shy.
Burgess over the middle. Nobody there. Nobody home. I don't know if that was miscommunication or just trying to throw that away, but good play by the Wildcat defense as they'll take this ball right over. So, yes, they turned the ball over, but they didn't give anything back.
Yeah, the defense, I mean, the Wildcat defense, what more can you say? If you're giving them a letter grade, I would have to give them an A tonight. They've been great, whether they're deep in Lance Creuse North territory or in their own territory.
Yeah.
Wherever on the field, they've got the job done. Wildcat defense, Matt Call, Ryan Clark, great debut so far.
No, I'm with you. As good as that offense has looked as well, that defense has really set the tone for this ball game, and they've been super consistent all throughout. Brady Carpenter hands that ball off right up the middle, picking up about 5-6 yards and moving that pile. Great run there. Looks like and there's a new runner in there, Levi Garcia, number 32.
Yeah, Garcia's smaller, kind of looks like a scat back, but a good run between the tackles there.
Yeah, smaller body, a smaller frame for Garcia, but like you said, he's quick, and he lowered that shoulder and got some positive yardage.
And that'll take us to the end of the third quarter here.
So after 3, we're looking at a score of 34-0. Your Oxford Wildcats have come out here. It's been extremely impressive. I know I've been impressed. Teddy, you as well. I mean, there's not a lot to say that we haven't said already. It's just been good on every level.
Yeah, and you touched on it as we started the second half here, and we saw it with Levi Garcia right there. The fourth quarter, we'll probably get some new names we haven't said yet.
Yep.
And this will be building blocks for those young men moving forward throughout this season and next year.
Glad to see so many people out there, fans, parents, friends, siblings watching the game on the YouTube Live right now. And yes, there is a lot to watch here still, as we'll get some of those other players, as you mentioned, Teddy, on the depth chart in the game. You wonder how long they're going to have Carpenter out there as well. You don't want to expose those players also. You want to be able to get some other names out, but we'll see what Zach Line does. He's coaching, not me. But he's got to look pretty good. I mean, either way, he was going to make the playoffs, but you want to earn your way in there. And this certainly looks like a playoff team. I know it's early, but they look real strong. So start of the fourth quarter here. As I mentioned, 34-0 Oxford Wildcats. Thank you for tuning in for OCT's coverage of tonight's game. Carpenter under center. Tight end in motion. There's a pitch to the right side, but we're going to get a flag, and we're going to get a false start by the offense. So move that back about 5 yards. And we're looking at a 2nd down and 8. So not too many penalties as well. And as I said, those can kill you, but there's definitely some teachable moments in the film room. But for the most part, you got to feel pretty good about that offensive line.
Right, yeah, I mean, mostly of when we have been flagged tonight, it's been false starts and the 2 delay of games. We had the one late hit out of bounds, the 1 personal foul, but other than that, it's been infractional stuff. So, and that'll clean up as we get deeper into the season.
So we'll do it again here. 2nd and 8 from the 49. Carpenter under center. Hands that ball off. And coming, shooting out like a rocket, picking that first down up is Ty Meir.
Seeing what his brother's been doing all night, he wants to get involved as well.
Doing about the same there.
Right.
He shot out like a rocket, picking that first down up.
Lined
Great
up as the fullback there, took the quick handoff from Carpenter, and I think it caught even the Lance Creuse North defense by surprise.
Well, you don't see that a lot,
You
right?
don't.
You don't see the Corey Schlesingers of the world out there getting all those carries.
The Mike Allstotts of the world.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, most teams, especially in college football, they don't even deploy a fullback, don't have one on the roster. Lance Creuse North hasn't had anyone there, but hey, Zach Line played fullback for the Saints, so he probably has a soft spot for him.
He loves those fullbacks. 1st down and 10 at the 42. Carpenter hands that ball off. Garcia getting another carry. Look at that quickness. Another 1st down. He's elusive out there.
Yeah, only 2 carries, but have to like what you see so far from Levi Garcia.
Yeah, he made that look easy, keeping those legs turning. Real quick body. And you like that thunder and lightning that they have going. They've had a couple backs in there. Everybody's been working. And yes, great ball carriers, but like I said, again, going back to that offensive line. They're just creating holes.
They've won the battle at the line of scrimmage all night long. Both sides of the football, offensive line's done a great job. Defensive line's had pressure all night. That's where games are won and lost, at the line of scrimmage, and Oxford's proven that here tonight.
Carpenter under center again. Get to keep handling that ball off. Garcia again to the right side, picking up some positive yardage, and that's what you want to do. The clock is your friend now. You just want to wear that clock down. There's no need to pass that ball around too much now. You've got that 34-0 lead, and just ice it. I mean, yes, we've got 10+ minutes, but keep it moving.
Right, yeah. I mean, if you wanted to, you could burn close to 40 seconds in between each snap here.
Right.
Clock's your friend. Keep it running. Stay in bounds. Keep feeding Levi Garcia right now.
Garcia back there again. Full back in front of him. Handing it off to Garcia. Garcia Gets away from one tackle there, but he is taken down with 3 Crusaders right in front of him. But nifty move there. He did get away from the first defender. Just not too much he could have done there. And he'll lose a yard. Looking at 3rd and 6 from the 28. Just under 10 minutes here. 34-0 Wildcats over the Crusaders.
We'll see if Oxford takes to the air here on what could be Carpenter's final series of the night, or if they keep it on the ground to guarantee keep that clock running.
Well, under normal circumstances, it is definitely a throwing down here. We'll see what they do. Carpenter, there he goes, rolling it out. Wide open. Nice play. Lowers his shoulder.
Trent Brown, a tight end in the play action game.
I tell you what, he looks like a big tight end out there. A big guy. And perfectly executed by Brady Carpenter. 4th down and 1. They're going to go for it. Why not? And yeah, they're probably going to run the ball. But you're running that clock down just at 9 minutes now. It's been a really effective drive.
It has, and this is 4th and inches.
Yep.
They're very close, and you have to feel good about Oxford's chances with the way the offensive lines move this defensive line back all night. I think we can pick this up here.
Well, and with a play like this, maybe not up by 34, but in other circumstances, maybe Carpenter QB sneaks that. But here they'll just hand it off to the fullback, and he fights his way in. Looks like he got that first down.
Number 50, Griffin Horde, first down.
Another fullback carry. Zach Lyons got his hands all over that one, you probably think, right?
Hey, I mean, those guys, they're the lead blockers for those running backs. They take a lot of hits. Got to reward them with a carry every once in a while.
Of course. And it's worked in their favor. They're getting some more positive yards, picking up that first down there. Definitely looks like a fullback with that neck roll. I don't know if you remember Lorenzo Neal.
Lorenzo Neal.
Yep. Carpenter in the shotgun. Hands it off to Garcia. Garcia, right side, got some room. Positive yards, about 5 on that play. Keeping it moving. Garcia looks like Darren Sproles out there.
He does, yeah. I was thinking Darren Sproles, Tariq Cohen, a guy like that. But he does a good job of he doesn't play around with east to west. He gets downhill. I mean, he's smaller back, but he's running hard. That's what you want to see.
Right, and that's
has probably about 25 yards so far, I'd say.
Easily. I was just going to say that. I mean, in like a Darren Sproles, he doesn't play small.
Right.
I mean, yes, he's quick and elusive, but not afraid to take the big hit there. Garcia will stay in that backfield, fullback right in front of him, as he has most of this game. Under center is Brady Carpenter, and he'll toss it to the right side to Garcia. Garcia waiting for his blockers there. Nice patience, able to pick up maybe about 1.
Haven't seen a lot of pitches in this run game tonight. That was a bit of a new wrinkle right there.
We're looking at a 3rd down and 5 at the 18, just 7 minutes. They've taken a lot of time off of this. It's at least about 5 minutes right now on this drive.
The time of possession in the second half has been absolutely one-sided in Oxford's favor.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, they've controlled the clock, really.
Yeah, both halves of the game, but especially here in the second half.
And that could be key as this season goes on. There's going to be close games. We know that.
Yeah. I'll have a test next Friday, the 25th, at Clarkston.
Now we're going to get a flag there. May have moved a little early. And you see number 85 tapping his helmet, Trent Brown. Move the ball back about 5 yards. Yeah, you mentioned that Clarkston game. That is going to be a big test. I mean, I'm excited to see how this team comes out because, they're feeling really good about their team right now with this 34-0 score they've got going on.
Yeah, I mean, this OAA Red schedule is one of the most competitive in the Lower Peninsula. I mean, you get Clarkston, West Bloomfield, Southfield, Oak Park. It's a great way to start the season off with a comfortable victory like this, but there's going to be some much stiffer competition ahead.
Yeah, agreed. And there's a gain of 1 there, 4th and 9, actually a loss of 1, I believe. And with 6 minutes left here, you're going to go for it. You're going to keep doing what you're doing because you pin that offense back there as well if you don't convert.
Right.
With the defense that Oxford has, and we've seen today, I mean, you put your confidence in them. And you know that feels good if you're a defense. You just know. They haven't given up any big plays. Garcia in the backfield. And Carpenter will take a timeout. Didn't like what he's seen there from the defense.
That'll be the second timeout of the half for the Wildcats. Have one remaining with 5:27 to play.
And let's be honest, too. This is a tough division. Obviously, they're not playing Lake Orion tonight, but, Lake Orion will be back eventually. And they had a great season last year. West Bloomfield, there is some big talent out there.
Yeah, M Live Sports did a preseason ranking their top 50 teams in the state. All 5 of Oxford's OA Red opponents were in there. Lake Orion, Clarkston, and West Bloomfield was number 2. I mean, led by Donovan Edwards, of course, one of the probably the second best running back in the country according to 24/7 Sports. So, I mean, there's the OA Reds, one of the best divisions in the state. Oxford's got their work cut out for them.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough season here, but you feel really good about the direction of where this program's going. I've heard a lot of positive things, but it's one thing to see it, and when you're not playing against your own guys, it's live action like this. I just feel good for this team, this coaching staff, and everybody that's been busting their butt there.
Yeah, what Zach Line, Dave Rayner, Sean Regan, what all these coaches did over the summer, as abbreviated as it was, it worked. They were ready to play from the opening kick tonight. And 5:27 left. You want to see them preserve this shutout. Don't give up yet. 5 minutes and 27 seconds left.
Carpenter steps back, takes that pass, drops it off over to Garcia. Garcia makes a few moves.
Almost pulled it off.
Looking like a joystick out there, huh? Playing Madden. Making a couple moves there. Yeah, almost breaking free. Obviously turning that ball over, but that's okay, and they'll live with that as West Bloomfield. As Lance Creuse is moving ahead there, as Lance Creuse will take it back over at the 16-yard line. So I'm so excited. I'm moving ahead in the season here. We'll finish this game first, okay?
Yep,
Looks like we got a new QB in there too.
We do.
Number 16 looks like. No, maybe it's not.
We'll try to get a number for our viewers here.
In the shotgun. Pass almost picked off there. It was tipped.
Number 15, Andrew Lowe, a sophomore.
Andrew Lowe. So he also plays defensive back as well. You got to give some reps, right? I mean, it's nothing against Burgess, but he hadn't had a lot of time to get any pass off anyways, but got to look at some other people behind center and see what Andrew Lowe can do.
Yeah, Andrew Lowe looks like a big passer here, right-handed.
He's got some height there. Hand that ball off to the left side. Get a couple yards. Sitting at 5 minutes here left, still 34-0 Oxford over the Crusaders.
And look at this defense, just like that. You get a pass batted down at the line of scrimmage, tackle for no gain. Already, Lance Creuse North's in the 3rd and 10, and they've taken less than 30 seconds off the clock.
Well, every time you blink, they've been 3rd and long, right? I mean, so
right where you want them to be.
And they've been in shotgun pretty much all game.
I believe exclusively. I can't recall them lining up under center once.
Lowe moving his running back out there wide. Why? He just doesn't look comfortable. Look at that. I mean, he didn't look comfortable from the beginning.
I believe that was number 51, Jacob Welk, in there on the sack.
So he put his running back in motion. Obviously, you want to throw the ball around, but he didn't have any room. No difference, whether it be Burgess or Lowe. That defense just standing strong, picking up another sack.
And once again, number 31, Joseph Longo, will come out here to punt it away for the Crusaders as we tick under 4 minutes left in this football game.
Ticking away here. And we'll get a stoppage of play here. Looks like somebody called the timeout.
Timeout, Lance Creuse North.
And how many times have they been pinned in their own end? I mean, they just haven't been able to have much. Field position has been a huge story in this game as well.
Right. They had that one drive shortly before halftime where they got onto the Oxford side of the 50. But other than that, deep in their own territory all night. Starting drives, this drive at their own 16. Feels like that's been the story all night long.
And I don't have any numbers in front of me right now, but they have at least, 4 or 5 sacks on defense right now? I mean, they just consistent pressure. If they didn't get this sack, they definitely, broke up the play. And Burgess, like we've said all night, just never had any time. He never looked comfortable. Lowe didn't look comfortable. Now, he probably didn't have any idea he was going to be coming into this game, but still, just no time for the quarterbacks, and that's exactly what you want.
Yeah, these quarterbacks have been holding the football for a long time, which is a testament to the coverage downfield, too.
Exactly.
They're telling you they don't feel comfortable. Cornerbacks and safeties doing a nice job.
High snap, able to get that off. And breaking free there is Oxford right up the middle. That's
Number 12,
John Asciutto. Good job there, because I thought he was dead in the water, and he able to break free from that tackle.
Yeah, Asciutto had a nice return in the first half, too.
He
that
did.
that one he maybe got away with. Probably should have fair caught it because he could have got hit right there, but it worked out for him.
Yeah, that one that you were talking about, that was a line drive. That's what you love as a return man. But, yeah, like you said, that was one of those you might want to call for a fair catch in the future.
Against Clarkston, you might want to fair catch that one.
Yes. So,
But 3:40 to play. Oxford. Yep, and we do have a new quarterback in here, number 14, Brendan Moore. And Oxford should be able to run the clock out on this game here.
Garcia still in the backfield there. Some good reps for Brendan Moore. And he dropped that
Fumbles the first snap.
And it
Creuse
looks-
Norris has it.
That's not how you want to start out if you're Brendan Moore. That's a tough break.
That is.
That's tough. Obviously want to get some live snaps, but I mean, under center like that, I can't necessarily say it's on the center, right? You got to come away with that snap, but nevertheless, they'll bring their defense back out there. We'll probably see more come out for Lance Creuse with just 3:34 left in this game. You become pretty predictable here, and maybe they do run the ball as they know they can't score 34 times here with 3:34 left, but do you try to get that passing game going?
I would. Why not? What do you have to lose? I know this is your backup quarterback, but try to get something on the board here. Don't get shut out. Yeah.
There's a run to the right side there with some room. Good run, but great tackle.
Number 35.
Taking him from the feet there. Jake Dawood.
Jake Dawood.
And Jake Dawood's been out there most of the night, too. And I haven't tested him a lot, haven't thrown the football his way or ran all the way to the perimeter a lot, but he, was certainly up for the challenge right there.
Seen a lot of clean tackling from this defense as well. Moore out there running the offense. Or Lowe, excuse me. Lowe out there in the shotgun. Hands it off again over the left side. So it appears that they're just okay with just running this clock out here. I thought maybe they might want to get that passing offense going, but, it's not exactly like Oxford's going to let them do that, right?
And yeah, number 35, who's carried it the first 2 plays of this drive, Jeremiah Whitehead, he's been the one Crusader that's had any sort of offensive success tonight. I mean, he's,
Yeah.
the senior who started the game at David Gantine couldn't find any running room. Whitehead's been the only guy to pick up much of anything.
And he hasn't come out of this game in this second half, getting the bulk of those carries. And there he is again, Whitehead to the left side. Look
And
at
he'll
that
turn
speed
the corner.
too.
Yeah.
So big running back as well, but he's got some speed, and he'll pick up that first down. And you said it. Listen, 2 minutes left, but you still want to preserve that shutout. You know
Right.
those Wildcats do as well. This coaching staff.
Yeah, it's a battle of pride right now. Oxford's defense wants to keep that goose egg up there, and for Lance Creuse North, like you said, this game is out of hand, but you don't want to get shut out. You want to get something on the scoreboard as, you make the car ride back home.
Still a lot to play for. So first down at the 45. Lance Creuse picking up a first down on that last run by Whitehead. Looks like we got a new running back there in the backfield. Low, no room. Look at that pocket breakdown again.
Another sack.
And you know, I thought he took a couple seconds too long. They've been holding that ball. And like you said, that's a testament to the cornerbacks, to the safeties out there, because there's nowhere to go with it.
Yeah, and that was number 51, Jacob Welks, second straight drive with a sack for him.
Yeah, there's a lot of stats out there to hand out to all these players. Just extremely. This has been a team effort on both sides of the ball. I know that sounds like a cliche, but it has.
It has. Minute and a half to play.
We got 3 wide at the bottom of your screen here. Watch out for that pass. Clock down at 1:15. Low steps back, looking at that right side. It's just a dead duck. Look at that, picked off. Great play by that Oxford defense again.
Jake Dodwood, we were just talking about him.
We just said his name, and he makes another play.
That was a poorly thrown football by
was.
Brendan Lowe.
I mean,
Dodwood camped under that almost like he was catching a punt. He was playing over the top easily, and Oxford probably just take a couple knees and get out of here now.
Well, it looks like a quarterback that's, you know, nothing against Lowe, but he's not confident in there. He stepped back in there. He had some time, but it was a dead duck from the beginning, and that was easy for that defense.
That was the first ball we've seen him release that Scott downfield, because it was only a second pass attempt, and the first one was batted down at the line. So, and Brendan Moore, just step one, just take the snap this time, and either hand it off or take a knee, whatever the call here is.
Yeah, you wonder, and they're going to move just a little bit too early there. No need for that false start. You don't want to be on that film with just a minute left here. And like you said, you know, I believe that if you're Lance Creuse, you'd probably let him take the knee.
Right, yeah.
But, and you may see that here, but it looks like they were going to try to run that ball.
Yeah, the give was going to be to number 31, Melvin Eccles, who started to take some carries in the second half of last season, but this was the first time we've seen him tonight.
Well, maybe that's why we don't kneel it, right? Get him some reps as well, and this is the first time we've seen him tonight. Eccles in the backfield. 1:05 left. 1st and 15. Eccles gets that handoff. Goes up the middle. Runs over defender. Look at him move. He says, give me that ball some more, coach. Looking good there on that run. Well, hey, that's nice to get him on the stat sheet there and get some good film for him as well on his first carry. That was a good run.
Yeah, picks up 11 yards there, brought down by the jersey. If it would have been an old school tearaway jersey, maybe he could have kept going.
Don't tell Eccles this doesn't matter, because you know it does to him. Getting his first action there at tailback and making the most of it. 2nd and 4. Eccles still in there in the backfield. Probably going to hand it off to him again. Go to the right side, up the middle. Good positive yards.
And he's near the marker. It'll be 3rd down and less than a yard. Probably have one more play here before the clock runs out on this game.
And we've said it, Teddy, but the second half was just the same as the first half. Really just so many positives on both sides of the ball. Special teams, I think, was an unsung hero in this game for Oxford football. But I don't know, if I'm giving an MVP out there, I think I'd say that defense for this Oxford football team today with the way they played. One more handoff to Eccles, bouncing out to the right side. Looks like he'll lose about 1 yard there, but he gets out of bounds. They're just going to keep that clock running with 4, 3, 2, 1.
That'll do it.
And that's it. So Oxford football opens the season in a perfect way, Teddy, 34-0. Lots of great things we could talk about, Teddy. What'd you like so far tonight, and what do you think can continue for this season?
Defensively, perfect effort from start to finish. Start the season with a shutout. Matt Call, Ryan Clark, their unit played great. Build off that confidence. Offensively, Brady Carpenter, we talked about him a lot, and I really think they found something with this combination of Tate Meir and Sal Vaccaro. I mean, that's a 1-2 punch that can hold their own in the OAA. This running game was good. Offensive line had to be pleased with how they played. Strong showing. And as you can see on the field here, you know, customary would be the post-game handshakes and the hugs, but that's not taking place, obviously, because of cited concerns over the coronavirus.
So 34-0. That's the end of the game there. OCTV's coverage for Teddy and Dave. Have a great night.